Hello guys. So it's been a while. So yeah, if you guys remember, we just released a recent movie called the Lock U20 Arc movie, and let's just say it's been pretty good lately. So I'll just show up the little picture real quick. Just say like yeah, 63 views, getting really good. And I gonna lie, at least I'm glad my viewers are able to see the whole movie. So that's always good to hear. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about the actual players that play in the whole U20 game. All the 26 current players that were in the U20 match. So, obviously, that means one thing. You're going to have to get as many things as possible. So, in today's video, we're going to be ranking who was the possible MVP of the match. I already have my own ratings with them, so one thing that's for sure is that I basically decided who obviously wins this one. So in that case, without further ado, let's get right into this. So to start off with, let's start with Kaido Karasu. Obviously, one is for sure. I think it's very obvious that Kaido Karasu actually had a very good game. Because technically, in the whole U20 match, he did play well as a good CDM, and he was helping a lot in the defense and offense. And Loki nearly scored a goal. And also, he did nearly stop Shido's Big Bang drive. Either way. So, to review every single thing I had concerning Kaido Karasu, I'd say he's going to have a rating of 7.6. That's right, so 7.6 is the rating he gets. Up next, we got Fukaku Gen. No, not Fukaku. No, it's Naima Gen, the U20 goalkeeper. So in this case, I'd say he wasn't really that good. Well, at least all I can say is he only got one save. He only got one save in this entire game. So without further ado, if I were to review my exact name, I'll put it in the rating of, well, technically, let me look back. Okay, so I visually decided that this man has a rating of 6.5. Yeah, that's it. Nitrogen has a rating of 6.5. And that's it. Up next, we got Todo Hayate. If I were to put Todo Hayate anywhere, he gets a rating of 6.0. That's all, because he didn't really do much on defense. He did something, at the same time he did nothing. So yeah, that was quick succession. He gets a rating of 6.0 exactly. Up next we got Aizen Niu. Well, if it's Aizen Niu, I'd say he also gets shifted to the 6.0 to 6.9 rating. Technically, he was a good player who helped out a lot in midfield, but he was still practically useless on the attack. He only got one shot off, so either way, he was practically useless, one way or the other. So yeah, he gets a rating of 6.3. That's all you can say. He gets an actual rating of 6.3. So up next we got Xavier Chigiri. Now, as you know, in the whole U20 game, he was actually a good player. He actually helped a lot in the attack. He actually got past Yamudarai, so obviously that's a good point for him. He also helped out in trying to stop Shido when he first came into the pitch. But eventually he did get injured. And that's, in this case, both Xavier and Karasu both got injured during that game, including Ike. So one way or the other, it's not good enough for them. But either way, I would give I would definitely give Xavier Chigiri a 7.0 to 7.9 rating. But at least somewhere lower than that. But that one is all on my part. In this case, his rating is officially 7.1. Xavier Chigiri has a rating of 7.1. So that one is obviously decided. But in this case, let's look at Yamudarai, one of the U20 Arc defenders. If there was a rating that I specifically give Yamudarai, that'd be a rating of anywhere close to 6.0 to 6.9. But not as good as these guys either way, because he was literally useless in the attack. In the defense, one way or the other. So yeah, he's getting moved here. Pretty simple. So yeah, his official rating is 6.7. No, not 6.7, 6.6. That's his actual rating. So up next, we still got a lot more people. So let me see. Still got more. So next person is Voltron Arrow. That one, I'd say on Voltron Arrow's parts, concerning my rating lists, I'd say he'd be also 6.6. He was just as good as Yamudara in this whole game, but not really good enough to compare to everybody else in terms of rating skills. So obviously he's 6.6. That's his official rating. So that one's pretty obvious. Up next, we got the long-haired menace, Arizona Ryu. And in this case, Arizona Ryu actually had a good game. He did do well a lot in the first half, stopping Hitoshido's fast shots. So that one is very much obvious that he did have a good shot stopping game. And at the same time, he also helped out on defense with Kunizaki and the other players. So yeah, he was still the most consistent. Like even when he was the one I was not getting subbed out either way, so he still kept up with the team. So if I was to give him a valid rating, I'd say his rating would be 7.5. Basically not higher than Xavier Chigiri since he did a lot more and basically didn't get subbed out. So yeah, either way, the rankings are that it's obvious. Arizona Ryu played better than Xavier Chigiri, even though Xavier got injured. But well, I know that's literally I'm the one who made it. It's me who knows the whole thing. Anyway, up next is Ike Nico. And he actually helped a lot on defense. Basically, a lot higher than that of Xavier Chigiri. In this case, on defense, he basically stopped the first pass to Finn Sendu. And he stopped, obviously, another case is that he obviously stopped the next pass to Anjano Shidu. So, in this case, he's a lot better than I thought he'd be. And of course, he activated Metavision, so props to him for actually being that good. So either way, I'd say I'll still move a lot of people. I'll try and do the exact ratings. But I quickly move Arizona Ari to be higher. Yes, perfect. So either way, I'd say the highest possible rating I can give this guy is 7.3. Definitely higher than, Chigiri. So yeah, that was pretty obvious. I'll still fix up all the ratings and just make sure everything is good. Oh wait, let me real quick. Let me fix up this. Obviously, Hayate has to move here. Then 6.6 goes to this guy. 6.0 here. Namagen also bad. Yes. Oh wait, hold up. Yeah, that was perfect. So yeah, either way, those are the ratings they will be getting. God, the playful cards I can see in this. Yes. Either way, that's the deciding factor, okay? Anyways, up next is Mako Shinbai. And in this case, Mako got a very good rating, not gonna lie. He actually did a lot better on defense. And in this case, Mako Shinbai has a rating of 7.3. Well, the only U20 players to get a rating of 7.3 and actually be higher than Chigiri. God, I feel bad for Chigiri, man. Bro didn't bro really had to stop a lot of people. I actually feel bad for Mako as well too, because bro got hit in the face. At the same time, he entered his flow state and almost nearly stopped Nachira. At the same time, he also stopped Horisona Toya and other people. So he actually was keeping up with Sayaka Aiku throughout this entire game. So honestly, he did well. He literally was one of the best players in this entire game. So pretty obvious. So up next we got what's his name again? Yeah, his name's Jogo. Oh god, no way. Jogo absolutely if I was to be honest, Jogo kind of was decent. In terms of attacking, he was actually fine, but still it didn't really do much. That's all I'm just gonna say. He didn't really do much. Like in terms of skill, I can say Naira Jen was a lot better than these guys. in terms of skill. Like pretty much in terms of skill was a lot better. So yes, obviously Nitrogen did a lot better than these two. In at least they actually had an idea when they were coming to attack the pitch. So yeah. Anyways, I'll give what's this? Oh yeah, Aizen Yu's rating is 6.3. That was pretty obvious. So yeah, Aizen Yu, you got a rating of 6.3. Wait, sorry, no. Yeah, 6.3 as well as same for goes for Jogo. Yeah, that's it for them. Up next is the Hollywood man Finn Sendu. And for Finn Sendu's case, he was how can I say this? 6.8. Actually he was better than the entire team here. When it came to the D on the pitch, he was better than the entire team. Either way, he was the only good like U20 player who actually evolved. So either way, he did actually try. He got a rating of 6. He gets an absolute rating of 6.8. And now the guy that I absolutely despise the most, Shiguma. This guy did absolutely nothing. Okay, rating of 5.9. This man did absolutely nothing this entire game. And of course, the person who replaced him, Manjano Shido, scored 2 goals. Bro was a CDM and did absolutely nothing. That was the simplest I can ever say. He did absolutely nothing this whole game. Okay? That was the most obvious thing I've seen this entire game. He got subbed out and of course he got the death stare the moment he realized it's cooked. Oh man. I feel bad for Shiguma. This man did absolutely nothing. At the same time, I also don't feel bad because bro did absolutely nothing. And that's all I can agree with. Rating of 5.9. Clock it. He got the worst performance in the entire game. Sorry, bro, but that's just how it is. That's just how life is, buddy. So up next is the main character of Stick Lock, Yoku Isagi. And finally, I've been waiting to put Yoku Isagi for too long, but now here we are. So one is for sure, Yoku scored the winning goal, so that obviously increases his rankings. Second things next is that he actually helped. He also got an assist too for Alfred Baru in this case. So obviously it was pretty obvious. So yeah, Yoku Isagi actually had a decent performance. Not even decent. He actually had a great performance. Number one, he was good in dribbling, good in the attack, good on defense, also good in helping out the team. And also at the same time, he scored the winning goal. So that bro obviously gets a rating of 9.3. That's right, boys. He officially gets a rating of 9.3. That's the highest possible rating he will get. Because actually that was how good of the player he was. And up next is the second main, technically the second best player for the, oh no, not even second best. He was the best player in the entire U20, best player in the whole Blue Lock 11 was obviously Itoshi Rin. Or in this case, Itoshi Rei. He did a lot better than Yoku Isagi in terms of the play. So obviously, yeah, props to him. He also scored a goal too. And also got the winning assists for the entire match. So basically, yeah, he was the one who helped in the winning goal. These two obviously deserve to stay next to each other. And of course, this one is obvious. Itoshi is getting an absolute rating of 9.8. The only reason he gets 9.8 is because number one, bro he scored 2 goals and at the same time got 2 assists. He was still the most decent. He was better than everybody in this whole game. Bro was completely he outclassed everybody. It was only when it came to the final moment that he just decided, let me face off against the new version of Itoshi Rei. And yes, that one is props to both of them. So either way, I think the MVP would obviously go to, I'm not saying it yet. Not yet, but yes. 9.8 rating will obviously go to Itoshi Do. Yes. And that's how it is. Up next is Sayaka Aiku. And Sayaka Aiku also did well. He obviously gets a rating of 8.8. That one's like the most obvious decision. He was one of the best defenders. He entered the flow state. Almost nearly scored a goal too, so yeah, he helped out a lot in the U20 defense. Practically carried the whole defense on his back. So yeah, the rating obviously goes to Itoshi. That one is 8.8. Yes, 8.8 is the official rating. Up next is the next super sub for Blue Lock 11. That's Kim Kiora. Now for Kim Kiora, I'd say he actually did fine. Pretty decent. I can say he did like a lot better than Xavier Chigiri this entire game. Technically, he gets, so in this case, you get a rating of 7.2. Because, yeah, he actually did go higher than the original, like, case here. God, I genuinely feel bad for Chigiri. Man, that injury, the crime they got really, like, dropped his rating a lot. But honestly, you did fine. I'm just gonna say, Kim Kiora actually did better than Xavier Chigiri. Fight me, okay? All you Chigiri fans, please fight me, okay? I don't care. Either way, I'm the one who made it, so yes. Props to Kiora for literally surpassing Chigiri in the U20 match. Up next is the devil himself. Sorry, not even the how I say this? The dragon himself, Anjano Shidu. This man, props to him. He literally came in, scored 2 goals by when the Hamabi Shido. My guy was the best super sub in this entire game. Completely surpassed outclassed Yokun and Itoshi in goal scoring. I'm just gonna say this. This man was a lot better than I thought he'd be. So obviously, props to him. He gets a rating of exactly 9.4. So yeah, even with that, I can say he completely outclasses Yoku Isagi in terms of like overall performance. Because yes, he did actually do a lot better. He was the best in the attack. Completely outclassed every single U20 striker on the game. So obviously, that was the most obvious thing. 9.4 is his official rating. Oh yeah, and Hitoshi is 9.5. While Yokisaki is 9.3. But 9.8 is Hitoshi dope. So that was pretty obvious. Up next is Tepe Yukimiya. He was actually a good dribbler. Practically got past everybody in defense. So yeah. And he also did enter the flow state. So in this case, I give Tepe Yukimiya a rating of 7.7. Yeah, 7.7 in this case means he's higher than almost every single person here. Well, yeah, that is the most obvious case. Trying to move this. So yeah, he's higher than Kaido Karasu. Because he did actually stay a lot better and he was the most consistent player. And he did actually help in nearly scoring the winning goal and even nearly got assists. He was helping out a lot in the attack. Even though on defense, I don't know about that one. And the same goes for Horosana Toya. Horosan's case is a lot better because he actually helped out on defense at the same time on offense. So he gets a rating of 7.8. That one was practically obvious. So up next is my GOAT Bachira, Axel Bachira. Now I don't need to talk much. He got a rating of 8.2. He did a lot better in the crossing aspects. At the same time, he dribbled the entire team by himself. Nearly scored a goal too. So, dude, this man is broken. I'm just gonna say this. He gets a rating of 8.2. Simple as that. 8.2 is his rating. While Sayaka Aikuzone is 8.8. Now, the great goalkeeper Gagamaru. For him, I'd say Gagamaru gets a decent rating. I say Gashima Gagamaru's rating. Did I officially decide his rating? Okay, well that's a little bit shocking. I didn't actually decide his rating, but yeah, his rating. He was a better goalkeeper. I give him a rating of 8.0. That one is it. But the reason why Gagamaru gets a rating of 8.0 because he literally got a lot of saves this game, and plus his best save came against Shidu where he literally did a scorpion kick save. That in itself is actually a great spectacle. So obviously, yes, his rating is that high. I don't care. That's how it is gonna be. It is gonna be like that. Anyways, up next is Alfred Baru. Yeah, I think Alfred Baru is obviously gonna get a high rating too. So, kudos. Wait, hold up. I messed up a little bit. Yeah. Also, Toya there. Are you obviously? Yeah. I just want to be sure I know what I was doing. So yeah, Alfred Baru, he also, not low-key, he was also better than everybody in this whole game. He was basically a wild card, so he was stealing a lot of passes from Yoko Isagi. At the same time, he was terrible on defense, but even besides that, he was a wild card. So obviously, the goal he scored was better than I expected it to be. So he will get a rating of 8.6. Anywhere close to Sayaka, but not close to being the top tier kind of player. So we have our last two people, and those are Nachira and Kunizaki Kunigami. So for Nachira's case, he obviously scored the best goal of all time for the entire the entire Blue Lock team. Like, my guy did a three-stage fake volley. That is still impossible for me to recreate. So honestly, Nachira, props to him for making the best goal possible. And mind you, that was the first goal of the entire game for Blue Lock 11. So he was the one who started the equalizer. And that in itself actually makes this thing a lot better. So if there's one thing I'd say, Nachira Seishiro gets a rating of 8.5. Anywhere higher than, anywhere close to Alfred Baru. The only reason Alfred Baru is higher than him is because he was the super sub. And technically, he still did a lot more compared to Nachira. And wait, hold up. Nachira did technically help out in the final goal too. So wait, Nachira just helped Alfred score too. Oh my god. Bro, why am I using Nachira as a way to upscale Baru? I feel bad for this man. But anyways, the final player is Kunizaki Kunigami. And that was the super sub that actually scored a goal. The second super sub who scored a goal. And in this case, he also equalized. He gets a rating of 8.4. You know why I say that? He was the one who scored the equalizer. Well, technically how do I say this? The third goal for Blue Lock 11. For them to still be higher than the U20 Japan team. So yeah, it's official. Those are all the official ratings for every single player in the U20 team. In the U20 match. So with this, the official clear MVP goes to Itoshido. Itoshido is the winning MVP. And that's all I gotta say. Just quick video, just thought I'd show my thoughts to the whole MVP of this game. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Catch you guys in the next one.